we're going to get into a brand new segment that we've introduced this year called Crowd Chants. Where
Crowd reactions.
Crowd Chants? Crowd reaction?
Whatever it is.
It's still new.
it's
in beta form?
Beta form. Beta form.
Where we ultimately present a scenario that as if it's already happened, and in time we provide our reactions, given crowd reactions from the past, like asshole, this is awesome, this is awful, wanker. That's a new one.
Wanker.
So I got 5. How many you got?
I got 5.
All right, let's get into it. First up, for me, Jake Paul and Logan Paul join forces in WWE and join a faction that rivals DX.
Nah.
Crowd reaction.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit because Logan Paul is an anomaly, and I think he put a lot of focus on being a WWE superstar, and he's succeeding at it. And he's convincing. I love convincing. Jake Paul, I'm not saying that he can't do it. I think their body types are different that allows Logan Paul to be able to do that. Maybe Jake Paul will have a different wrestling style, but to rival DX, I think, like, would I be mad at anything rivaling DX? No, because the product would be good. But do I think those two would be the guys to be able to do it? Nah, you would literally have to create some whole different type of company. Like they just don't fuck with WWE and they here to take it for its money. They have to be some TKO representatives or some shit like that. Like they got to be some outsiders.
Don't be surprised.
Okay. Cena's last match ends up being a 2-hour gauntlet match.
Boo! Trying to kill the man. I wouldn't be mad at it if it made sense. Like if you told me he was fighting Brock Lesnar for 2 hours and it took 2 hours to beat Brock Lesnar, okay. Gauntlet match meaning he fighting everybody on the roster. And what happens if he loses? It's over?
Nah, not everybody on the roster. This will be the ultimate test of Super Cena. We'll get to see some of those faces that we didn't think we were gonna see because he has 4 dates left. So you scrape some of those off and you just keep running names out, and the names get bigger and bigger as the night progresses. Through the match, he cutting promos, people cutting promos on him.
And he just has like impromptu matches on the spot.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
When you presented it like it's just one long ass match for 2 hours, like
technically, yeah.
I wouldn't want to see that, bro. That man gonna pass out.
Not
man gonna pass out, man. Nah, but I'm not gonna boo it, but I will give a nod if it's done in a way where like you do it in a way Kevin Owens and Stone Cold did it. Where it's like it's a match, but it ain't really a match. No.
Okay.
He's just fending off old familiar faces.
Okay.
That'll be fire.
Yeah.
Ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Rikishi joins Roman Reigns as his new wise man, and they form the Bloodline 3.0.
Bull. This is bullshit. I don't
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Rikishi's ever been like the best on the mic. So to bring him in to rival Paul Heyman, who's the GOAT of microphones, any microphone, like I don't think that's right. I mean,
that's not fair because that's like the standard. But like as far as presentation, I think you could present Rikishi in a way where like, bro, if they bring old acts back with a higher legacy than they actually ever had, you mean to tell me you can't present Rikishi as like one of those higher elders? Bro, he birthed the Usos.
I hear that. That the Usos, if you want to come back and do something with the Usos, do that. I don't think Roman Reigns needs to take advice from Rikishi. The fuck?
Go ahead, man.
That's just his bucket. Seth Rollins beats CM Punk at Saturday Night Main Event with help from the Vision. And the segment ends with them saying, "Now we chose you." Because remember, he was saying, "I chose the men in this ring. They chose me." And Braun was giving these facial expressions, but it didn't seem like they were on board because Seth is doing it his way. So Seth wins with the help of the Vision, but it's because it's part of their vision
So
now.
you're saying Seth is still in the Vision,
Yeah.
but it's Braun's Vision now.
Yeah. And he's for Seth having a title. But it's like, now we chose you.
If they execute it right, this is awesome. If they execute it right. Because I'm going to be real with you, this whole faking the injury shit, I'm over it. Because I know Seth to be injury prone, but it's just like, bruh, I, as a Seth Rollins fan, ain't really fully recovered from the first one. The first initial one where he blew out his knee.
Yeah. But if he's not injured,
don't do this shit again. Like, leave it alone, bro.
Nah, I think that gives more credence to, like, more. It elevates the story more because it's like, we got y'all on the same shit twice. Y'all so fucking dumb.
But why do it again if you didn't feel like the first time was fire enough?
Because this time you wouldn't think that I would take blows from my team to win the title and to be that psychologically advanced. It's the Vision. It's the Vision, baby. It's the Vision.
Someone from NXT will win the Royal Rumble this year. Or upcoming.
Upcoming?
The 2026.
The upcoming one. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, this is bullshit. I don't think anyone in NXT has that big of presentation to where it's like, yeah, let's strap the rocket to him now. Because you win the Royal Rumble, you have to win the title.
It's not always true. Shinsuke didn't win it.
No, I'm saying coming straight from NXT, we're putting a rocket on you to win the Royal Rumble. We're not giving you this spot just to, throw you to the back of the thing. Like, no, that'll just be we just doing careless shit and booking just to get a little surprise.
I'd rather that. You have the landscape to do it.
Nah.
I would like to see it. What you got?
Who would you put in that spot? Who would be the person from NXT?
Well, man or woman, I think Oba could be there. I think Trick Williams could do it. I know you don't like Trick, but they made him the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
It's not that I don't like Trick. I actually like Trick.
I think he has the entrance that can work at WrestleMania.
Oh, God.
I know you don't like it, but the crowd reaction, 40,000. Well, it might not work overseas, but
I mean, it might. They're gonna be in Saudi, so you know they down with that. Whooping Tricks.
I would give it to Obafemi though. I would give it to Obafemi.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
What joke? They got edited out. Anyway, what you got?
Triple H becomes an on-screen character at the end of WrestleMania 43.
On screen?
Yeah, he becomes an on-screen character, similar to a role that Vinnie Mac played, partaking in the major storylines.
I, this is awesome, but I feel like I don't know. Now that I think about it, I don't know. Unless like what would Triple H gain from that?
I don't think there's anything that he has to gain. I
No, I
think
mean from a presentation wise. Like, not I don't get me wrong. I like when the GMs are on some bullshit because that's what the workplace kind of is on. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, the way that they do things in there, they make it seem like you could just go in there and ask for anything, and the only people that don't get anything are the bad guys. I don't like that dynamic. So that's why I said this is awesome because I know Triple H would kind of like he would try to be as neutral as possible. I think I like the dynamic of having a good GM and a bad GM.
Yeah. We just got right now we have too much politicking. I think we do need a GM that's conspiring a little bit.
Yeah, and that's why I said this would be awesome because it's a fresh take. But I would rather? Here's what I would rather: Adam Pearce turn heel. Story wise, it makes sense because the nigga just reached his breaking point. He like, fuck that. I need a gang of niggas that could just handle some shit whenever people yell into my office.
Yeah.
That could work.
I think so.
Referees are getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
This is awesome. I think the ref's role is an underrated one when it comes to what we see on TV. And there's so many refs who has officiated classic matches, and that doesn't happen without the referee. That doesn't happen without that emotion. That doesn't happen without them sliding into place. All of these things have to hit at the same time without it being a distraction. And I think there's some referees who really laid the groundwork for what it means to contribute to the story of wrestling.
And they sacrifice.
I think Earl Hebner is one of them. Mike Chioda. Jimmy Corderas is another one.
Mini Flair or Lil Flair.
Yep. Damn, why am I blanking on his name? Mini Flair.
Lil Flair, this is really it. I think he has a son too.
I am blanking on his name. Wow, that's crazy.
Is it Lil Flair or Lil Nate?
Lil Nate. But yeah, I think this is awesome, and I think it's long overdue.
Charles Robinson.
It's long overdue. I don't know if the Hebners will ever be inducted into the Hall of Fame, but I believe they should. Kevin Owens returns to SmackDown after Mania and becomes the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Now, this is awesome. I actually thought about Kevin Owens the other day, as far as like what made me think about Kevin Owens was when I was rewatching Rock and Mankind 99 when Mankind won the title, and I was watching the pop that Stone Cold got. Kevin Owens has one of those entrance music that could get those pops.
Yeah.
And I think that moment winning the title. See, here's the thing. When he went out, his last match was against Cody. So I think from a storybooking, you would have to make him win the title over Cody, no?
Yeah.
But then Cody would have to be a heel. So are you saying Cody's a heel at this point?
I'm saying he just comes back and
wins the title.
Win
a title. I think a title works, but I want him to beat Cody as a heel.
Okay.
That would work. Last one. Maxine Dupree wins Money in the Bank, but she fails her cash in.
When?
Doesn't matter. Oh, when does she win it?
Like what year?
Within the next 2 years.
This is bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, this is bullshit. Because remember last episode I said in my pitch I said she wins the 2028, 2027 to 2028 Royal Rumble. So if we say in the 2 years, if it's not the Royal Rumble, it's a Money in the Bank, I'm with that. But her losing, her cash in, I think it just bumps her back down to where she originally started. If she loses her Money in the Bank cash in.
No.
I think it does. And I'm only saying that with the idea and with the hope that Maxine Dupree, her wrestling,
lost this Money in the Bank cash in.
That was storyline based. And maybe it's that too. But I'm only saying this with the hopes and prayers that Maxine Dupree develops in ring to the point where we're not looking at her as someone who's limited. If she can do that, I think there's no ceiling for her.
If she can reach that Tori Wilson-esque
Nah,
range,
more than that. The women wrestle way more competitive than that. And that's no disrespect to Tori, but
yeah, but what I meant was like Tori went from being a pretty face to she was doing some shit. She ain't got to be Victoria. She could be Mickie James, even though that's a tough ask. I feel like Victoria is more of a powerhouse. Mickie James is more of a finesser.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think her character plays a lot into what wrestling style she should go in there with.
For sure. And I think she's been pulling off some of these technical wrestling moves. I think just building up your stamina and working a little bit harder at some of those things and some of those moves that go, oh, I didn't know that she could do that. Incorporating that into your repertoire, I think she'll be fine.
Just get those reps in, girl.
Yeah, facts. All right. This is going to be an interesting one. Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, returns for a major WWE push and wins the World Heavyweight title.
This is smelly. I like Dolph Ziggler. It can work, yes, but there's too many guys that he would have to leap over for that to work. It would have to be a flurry of injuries to top guys for them to bring him back in on some like, like I look, bro. They brought Matt Cardona in on NXT the other day, and I thought he was gonna win. They get lost, and to me that just signals like, y'all new name niggas, y'all. I got to start over. So him coming back, I think, yeah, unless if he's committed to the Nick Nemeth name, cool. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be hard for him to leapfrog so many niggas that's current right now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what if it's like a year push, like similar to Drew McIntyre, how he came back and it was like, oh nah, we got to put a title on this man.
He would have to present a new presentation because with Drew it was a new presentation. He went from being this prodigy to this super stacked powerhouse. It was just like, oh shit, who's this? Who is this?
What if he dyes his hair?
Wouldn't work.
Black.
Wouldn't work. He would just need to be more Adam Cole-esque as far as like ruthless. Nick Nemeth could work, but like it'll have to be a year of that where it's just like, yo, this nigga's so like maniacal, he has to win the world title.
Yeah.
That concludes crowd reactions. Let us know what y'all think in the comments down below. And moving on,